talking about Fullmetal Alchemist episode 28. And this episode is a banger. Episode 27, by the way, is just, a review of what happened in the previous season, so I'm not doing it. And 28 just picks up where we left off. And Edward manages to get out of Gluttony's belly. And Edward just comes out of Gluttony's belly and goes to just father, he meets Alphonse, and it's the episode where father literally just gets annoyed by them and just stops the country's alchemy, and it's funny. And Edward is just totally baffled, and Alphonse is also baffled because they're powerless. And this brings up two big themes in this episode. They're actually the same theme now that I'm thinking about, which is the concept of good and evil, and the concept of just two greater powers that you don't have anything to do with. You can't do anything with it. And you should notice the homunculi throughout the whole anime, they're too big to fail in a way. Like some powers that were too big to fail in 2008, but that's another story. And they are big ass powers that no common folk can do anything about. So you gotta realize you are in a way just at the mercy of these forces. These forces, you cannot do anything about them. In the anime is different, of course, but I'm talking about life, about actionable things you can apply in your life. And there are many theories about many things that you don't have any control or any say about. And all you can do is you just navigate it. So if you're surfing, you're not mad at the waves, you're not mad at the water because it's going up and down and going one direction, the other direction on the sea. There are forces beyond your control, and all you can do is surf the waves. There's nothing else you can do. And it's the same examples about big banks and big governments and everything else. Even though people just say, oh, you have power to do something, you really don't. And that's fine. It's not a problem. It's just realize your role in society where you can actually affect some change, in your close proximities. Position yourself to take the most advantage of things around you, again, things under your control, and just go after it. And don't waste your time in useless, left versus right debates, or uselessly just trying to understand, to just follow government for no reason, or just follow big companies and hate on people that you never meet and really don't care about you. And that's something that even I struggle with, and I have to go after and be the best that I can. And that's hard, I'm not gonna lie, because life really wants to distract you, and you just spend your whole life not doing anything. And that's sad. That's really sad. And besides, big powers that are beyond your control, the other concept that is actually kind of the same, actually. It's good and evil. What's good and evil? And again, people will manipulate you to decide what good and evil is. Again, through right versus left, through, your race or your social positioning, if you're rich, if you're not rich. And good and evil, and that's mostly to me and to how useful it is to my life. Good and evil is essentially what is good for you, and what is bad for you. Whatever is good or bad for you, you just there you go. That's good. That's bad. And the best example is, of course, the anime. The anime shows a great example. If you really notice, the homunculi don't perceive the humans as evil, as the enemies. Dude, the humans are just resources. They're just pawns, they're just puppets in their schemes to dominate the world or do whatever they want. The homunculi, in a way, don't even think, the humans are bad. It's just whatever, just cattle. Who gives a crap? And why are the homunculi actually just evil to the good guys in this anime? It's just because the homunculi are threatening the country, are threatening their race essentially. And that's it. But what if the homunculi were extremely strong beings that didn't care at all about the humans and didn't even mess with them? Don't you think the humans would ally to the homunculi in a way, in certain ways? Again, just like the government did in this anime, in this example, they would. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if there's this extra, way more powerful being than I am and I can be ally with them, I would, dude. Why not? And if they can benefit with you and you can benefit with them, why not? Just do it. So there's a concept of good and evil that's pretty, again, something to think about. I don't know if it's right, I don't know if it's wrong, and you shouldn't trust me. Just see if that applies to your life, see if that's good for you. If it's not, then just discard it. Doesn't matter. It's for now being good for me, and I'm sure that in 6 months, 1 year, I'm just gonna look back and be like, man, I was an idiot, because I always do that. I always look back and I'm like, man, this guy was pretty naive, and I'm always improving. And thank you very much, guys. See you guys next time.